Hello, welcome to another week. It is Monday, and today I'm reminding you how much you matter. Today we're going to talk about self-care and why it's so important and why it isn't selfish at all. We all love to give. We're kind of wired that way. Giving is a part of our nature, and in our society, we're often shamed if we put ourselves first. Well, people like me are trying to reverse that trend because really we cannot serve others from an empty well. You've heard the cup is half full or half empty. Well, I want yours to be full. Regardless of your natural optimistic or pessimistic outlook, if you're draining your cup in service of others, eventually that cup is empty and it might even crack and break. And so what I encourage you all to do is take the time for self-care. Maybe it's just those 5 minutes I talked about on Wednesday. Maybe it is an hour or two or a whole day. Whatever it takes for you to refill your own well, to make sure that you have time for you, so that when you're serving others, you're doing it not from the cup itself. I'll show you my cup. Not from the cup itself, but from the overflow, so that your cup is always full and what you're giving of others is from your own overflow, not the cup itself. You need that water. You need to be full, because when you give from that place of fullness, of self-love and appreciation, of self-care coming first, the quality of your care for others, your quality of your service for others is higher. It's better, and everyone can feel that. Have you ever had someone who you asked for a favor and they said, "Oh, yes, sure, I can help you," but you could sense their overwhelmed, overdrawn, overdone way of being, so that you almost wanted to retract your request because it felt like such a burden to them. And maybe it was, and maybe they helped anyway, and maybe you do that too, saying yes when you really want to say, "I wish I could help, and I can't." And so, like I've mentioned, everything is a practice. Caring for yourself and making yourself the priority is also a practice. And really repeating the mantra that that is not selfish. Self-care is not selfish. Self-care is self-love. Self-care is self-appreciation. Self-care is self-respect, and our relationship with ourselves grows when we treat ourselves with love, respect, and kindness. And others see that in us too. And also, when you lovingly decline to help someone, they have this opportunity to help themselves and this opportunity to witness self-respect in action. So you're actually giving them a gift by telling them no when you mean no. Of course, say yes when you have the capacity to serve, when you have the time, when you have the energy. And when you don't, how can you lovingly say no? Thank you for asking me. I so appreciate that you think of me when you need a hand, and I wish I could help, and I have another commitment this time. Period. That's it. You don't have to make excuses. You don't have to tell them all of the things on your agenda for the week. You don't have to profusely apologize. It's just that simple. Thank you for asking, and I have another commitment. And notice I said and instead of but, because and keeps us connected, whereas but disconnects us. So your self-care matters. Fill your own well. Serve from your overflow, and the quality of the service you give to others will be the highest and the most loving. remember, you matter. I love you. I'm grateful you're here, and I'll see you again soon.